Or 1, 2, 3. Hi. Here you are at Farmhouse Fabrics with Regena, the Machina, and Sally. I don't know, Sally, who had LASIK surgery, and so I'm not like seeing perfectly yet, but we're trying. Anyway, I had it Monday, and that was my second eye, so I can not.
So she's halfway seeing.
I'm halfway seeing. You're my service animal today.
This is sort of the blind leading the blind here, though.
That's right. So Regina and I, we're excited to be with you today because we are going to talk about trims.
Trims are so much fun. No matter what you have, you can trim it up, and it can make it beautiful. You know, I love trims.
Well, have you ever taught a class on trims?
I have taught a class on trims, and I just love it. And I think everybody else did too that came, you know, because it just gives you ideas on what to do and how to put things together. And that's the part I like. And when I'm out here, I just go rumbling through the bins, you know, searching and pulling out things. And I think, oh my goodness, look at that. You know, how can we use this? And it's just so much fun.
I love it too, because you're always getting like really creative, and we've been working through some of our trim bins, trying to make sure everything's online, and so
hopefully we'll give you some great ideas today.
Emma brought some.
Yeah, she did. She pulled some really pretty ones.
I think she just put them online. We thought they had been online forever and ever, and then for some reason they're off. And as we're going through them and trying to inventory.
Yeah, that's great.
Diane, she's our first hello.
Hey, Diane.
Hi.
Hey.
Yeah.
Should the first hello get something?
Oh, I think so. I think they should get a little thing of trim.
There you go.
You know?
There you go. Yeah. All right. Well,
early bird gets the worm.
That's right.
That's right. And here's a worm.
So next time you might be suffering FOMO, you know, the fear of missing out. So if you don't come on, then you will not get anything. So
I'm glad FOMO. I'm thinking, I hope that means something not naughty.
No, no. Everybody on one of my other sites, when they're doing a live video thing, it's like, oh my goodness, you can't leave because you're too scared to even go because they're going to have something that you want to see or.
Well, I can tell you're hanging around that you have a young daughter at your house because you know all that terminology.
Well, I didn't know that except through this Facebook group, and I'm thinking, what are they talking about? FOMO? What is that? I missed something.
First ever.
Yeah, the fear of missing out. So, you know, got to be there.
I only just learned what, let's see. Be
very nervous.
Don't say those initials.
Buy one, get one. It's like, what does that mean, BOGO?
It's like FOMO, BOGO.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to be real careful from now on.
So if you give this first person something next time, they're going to be afraid to miss out, so they might want to be here.
Okay, we might have to get her information.
Yeah.
How are we going to do that, girls? That every single person named Diane doesn't write to us.
No, Diane Bruton.
Oh, Diane Bruton.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey, Diane, I think we have an order going out for you today.
Well,
maybe we'll throw some trims in for Diane.
Tell us. Never know. It's not guaranteed. Never know. You might.
Yeah, that's
end
right.
up with something.
Yeah. So what are we going to show first? What are we going to talk about here?
Let's talk about this little thing first.
Yes, I love this fabric.
So this is a brand new pattern by Children's Corner. Isn't that cute?
It's absolutely adorable.
It's called Jordan, and the number is 320. View. It's 3 months to what?
24 months.
And so I couldn't wait for it to come, and guess what? It came, and I'm like, oh, I have all these cute fabrics. We're going to sew it in. I'm like, oh.
They're not knit.
It's made for knits. Okay. So, anyway, I wanted to sew it anyway. So I thought, well, if I make changes, then maybe everybody would be interested in what I did. So I'm going to show you. This is such an easy pattern. You guys, you're going to love it. So there's, what is that, a front or that's a front? The front and the back. This is a 24 months. Cut on the fold, and then it's got a bodice, a yoke. So there's really no changes. I didn't make any changes to this. A lot of times a knit pattern is going to run.
Put a placket in it.
Well, I did. Yeah.
Yeah, she did. Change it.
I did change it. I did put a placket in the back, and so I slashed down the fold of like 4 inches. Usually I don't measure, I just guess, but since I had to write on the newsletter, I measured.
She's telling you she put 4 inches in it.
I put 4 inches. And so then I cut a I did cut a placket piece, and I always cut mine longer than it needs to be.
Oh, I do too.
And
Is that a sewing tip?
Yes.
Why do you do that?
well,
You
in
don't want
case
to run
I,
out of, out
in
of
case,
plackets.
yeah, I'm sewing my placket. I'm sewing my placket on there, and what if I get up here and I'm a half an inch short? I don't want to take it out and cut a new one. So I just cut a nice long piece, and then sew my placket. If I have too much up at the top, I can cut it off easily.
Yeah.
But if you have plenty of, and always
I've
cut your
followed
placket on the
patterns.
straight of the
I
grain,
have followed patterns exactly the way they said to cut and had the link
it
to cut
wasn't
it,
long
and it
enough?
wasn't long enough because when you turn that curve, if you're not, it's got to be right.
Right.
And then you have to rip all that out, and it's like, oh. So now I just
No, and when you get down to that little tiny place where you only get one thread down here,
exactly.
you don't want to rip it out because
No.
then you got a big old mess. So,
And you do. So after that, I just cut every one of them way longer than they need to be. I don't care.
so do you cut your placket on the straight of the grain?
Mhm.
Yeah, I do too. I used to think you'd cut it on the bias, but
No.
it's really hard to make it pretty when you cut it on the bias.
I always cut them all on the straight.
Yeah. So that I had that in the newsletter this week and on Thursday, but I cut this placket 1.5 inches by, I probably made it, I don't know, 10 inches long, because if this is slashed for 4 inches, that's 4 inches down, 4 inches back, that's 8 inches. Then I gave
Give you
myself
extra,
plenty.
yeah.
Plenty of extra. But then the yoke, this is where the changes had to be made, because this is a knit, and both the front and the back yoke, the bodice pieces, are cut on the fold. And then there's a ribbing that they sew around the neckline. And so I imagine because it has snaps in the crotch, they just pull it over
Just
the
pull
head.
it over the head, yeah, and it slips on
And it
real easy.
has stretch and give and all that kind of stuff. And so, like, okay, I'm going to make it in a woven. And so I selected this little floral. In my picture, I did this so you'd think I actually finished it, but
It's very seldom that they're all finished.
that was good enough for the picture, right?
Yeah. The ones in all those photo shoots you see, they have clothespins in the back, clamps, whatever it takes, That's okay.
Right. That's
And then
right.
there's
Don't let them fool you.
Yeah. So the front and the back, they show a seam line 3/8 inch, but that's not actually a seam that's going to be taken out of the garment. That's just your seam line for sewing the ribbing on and like flipping it over, and so you don't take any out of the garment. So if I'm going to make a woven, I have to sew a seam and turn it right side out. I have to add a seam allowance. And so that's where, like,
that's what you did this part.
yeah, well, I
this
didn't, I on the armhole and the neck, I added 1/4 inch.
Right.
And I actually, just because I was doing pictures, I actually measured it and marked it, and I took my, somewhere around here, I have a curve ruler, and I actually put the curve ruler on there and connected my lines to make it even. But also I wanted to self-line it, and so in order to do that, because I wanted buttonholes and buttons in the back. So it's going to have to overlap, right? So I extended the fold line out 1/2 inch. Probably Cindy Foos would say to measure your buttons, make sure that you might need to go more than 1/2 inch, because she's really a stickler for making sure that button doesn't, when you put the button in the buttonhole, that it doesn't hang over the edge.
Right.
You want that button to go through the buttonhole and then still not hang over that folded edge. So anyway, that the only changes, add a seam allowance to the armhole and the neck, and cut 2 backs on the fold and 2 fronts on the fold, and then you sew front to back to front to back on the shoulder, and then
Flip it over. Yep.
and sew around
Press
the
it.
armholes and the neck, and clip the curves and pull the back through the front
Yeah.
at the shoulder seam, and then sew up the sides, and then you're ready. Then you've got this.
Yep.
Like that. So I thought it might be cute to put a piping, and so I used this. It's called Ocean. It's garden pin dot piping. You can see this
It's
pretty
really
blue
pretty,
color.
yeah.
It's pretty.
It shows up really well on this fabric, and it's just such a cute trim.
Does. I like it. So the interesting thing about piping, and this is my little tip too, in the back, I thought we can go to the overhead for Instagram and I'm not Instagram. What do we go for? Facebook and YouTube. Okay, I'm going to go to the overhead for Facebook and YouTube. Here we go. Boom, right here. So, in the back, when you want, the piping is going to be folded in. It can get so thick. It can get so thick with the cording. So do you do this,
I
Regina?
do that. Pull the cording out and cut it off. Mm-hmm.
So you can just see if you can see. They can see it right in the overhead. So you grab a hold of that cording. Let's see if they can see that. Right there.
Mm-hmm.
Grab a hold of the cording and pull that out about, I don't know, inch or whatever. Cut that off and then pull that back in, and then
that lays flat. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that when you turn that, then you're not going to sew over 2 bumps.
Yeah. It makes it a lot less bulky. So that works out really great. And so somebody asked me last week if I was on Ella's dress.
Mm-hmm.
How did I finish the inside? Did I just sew the bodice to the skirt and then serge it? I'm like, yes, because nobody was looking. So, but on this one, I'm actually going to.
Just going to turn it under and.
I'm going to turn it under, and in case that.
And now this one really will never get finished.
I know. You're right.
I might have to take this home and finish this one.
Because guess what? I don't even have a kid to put it on.
And so it will be here 20 years from now.
Yeah. And it'll be hanging like this.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
This could be a bubble or a dress if you cut cut off the legs.
I thought that. I did. I did think that, Regina.
Yep.
You know, you could just cut straight across here.
I know exactly what she's thinking. It would be. It would be really cute.
How cute is that? Anyway, I love the paper they put that on, and they're not nested patterns. I'm all about this pattern by Children's Corner, Jordan. Yeah, it's brand new.
Susan said, "Thank you very much for showing us how to make it in a woven." She was talking to her daughter-in-law about the difference knits and wovens, and now she can show her how to do it.
Good.
Awesome. Yeah.
Good. Well, we have so many more wovens, and you know, a lot of y'all are so comfortable sewing with knits, and I like to sew with knits. I don't like to mess with them. They curl up on the edges, and it drives me nuts. And I like to wear knits.
Mm-hmm. But I want somebody else to sew it.
I know, and I'm not all that thrilled with my finished edges, even though I did buy that machine. What is it?
She's never turned it on, so don't worry.
What is that machine that I?
The cover stitch machine.
Yeah, the cover stitch machine. I do have a cover stitch machine. I'm not quite sure where it is. It's back here somewhere.
Lord only knows. It's very well hidden.
I need Regina to come and find it for me and get me started again.
We've threaded it several times, and it's collected some more dust since then. And you know,
that's really true. That's true.
But this is a great Sally, and she did. If you read the directions, I don't think you'll have any trouble following them, and you'll be able to make this, and they're so cute.
And it does call for snaps in the crotch, and definitely
cam snaps.
Cam snaps. Regina swears by cam snaps.
Yeah, I do.
And you can get them by the gallons off of Amazon.
Yes.
And we usually put a link. The ones that she likes to use.
Mm-hmm.
And so many colors.
Oh, the colors, and this you'd have no problem.
So here's another one of my secrets. That when I thought, what am I going to make this out of? And I was looking at plaid or a stripe or I love that new little, it looks like Oxford. It's a gingham Oxford from Fabric Finders.
Mm-hmm.
They have it in pink and white and blue and white, and I had it down here, and I thought, you know what? If I do that,
love this.
It's going to show if I don't sew it straight. I need a print that nobody's going to know that I sew it straight.
Right.
Is it right? I did make all the print go in the same direction. But
it's so pretty. This fabric, yeah.
Well, Lonnie says, I love Sally's new look with no Cadillacs.
No, thank you.
She's going to love it look too when she
gets to push my glasses up that aren't there.
Yeah, she's going to love this look too when she can see.
I know. This
is that beautiful fabric though, and it's 60 inch or
Yeah, it
it's
is.
60. It looks way
Hey,
more.
when did
but
you start wearing glasses? I started wearing glasses when I was about 11. I
40.
think. Oh, you're kidding!
No,
You got that far?
I can tell you exactly when I needed them. I was on a train, and I was trying to read a book, and I was sitting there, and my arms were so far out, and I still couldn't see the print. And of course, with the train moving, I thought, what is wrong with my eyes? I can't see. And I got back home and went and got glasses. Then I could see.
Well,
But I was 40.
wow.
I had really good vision till then, and it was
Yeah.
just like all of a sudden, like boom, it was gone.
Well, I've always been able to read without my glasses, but
Mhm.
I can't see like
No, I couldn't see up close at all. It was like,
And then
Whew.
sewing, you really need it.
I know. And I just got new ones. I got new ones about 2 weeks ago, and they marked them incorrectly. So I was doing this number,
Oh no.
and they're trifocals, and so I was going up and down, and I couldn't see anything. And I went back. I was like, okay, I can't deal with this. I got to have something I can see all at right, So they redid I just got these, so like, okay, now I can see.
So if we have young people watching us, they're like, those two old grandmas.
I can still see to thread the machine even with my glasses, so it's not that bad yet. My Cadillacs aren't bad, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, well, I was glad to get that taken care of. I can tell you this, that everything is so much brighter now
Mhm.
without cataracts.
That's what John said. My husband, he said that the colors are different,
Yes,
and there's
like
so
they
much
were way
bright.
yellowy
Yeah,
or
that's
something
exactly
like
what he
that.
said. He told me it was like when we lived in Kuwait, the sand across the desert when he drove to work, sand blasted the light covers on the car, and they got yellow, and you couldn't even see the light, and he said that's what it was like. Now he
Right.
realized that's what it was like when
I
he
know
had
when
cataracts.
you get your first eye done and you're like, oh my goodness. Oh, that's really, oh my good. And I was telling my husband all the time, we need brighter lights in our house because I cannot see what's wrong with these lights. And
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, it might not be the lights.
Well, that's what I had him put in all those really bright LED lights in our house.
Yeah.
I mean, every room. And he's like, when he got that done, he's like, what is this? Is like an operating room throughout this house, I'm like, I
That's-
don't care.
I
I
like
still
that.
need it.
And for sewing, don't you need that for
Oh,
sewing?
yes, definitely.
So before
Okay.
I'm going to show this one other thing. It's
Okay,
I'm
go
always
ahead.
doing that. One other thing. So we're working on a Christmas photo shoot,
Mhm.
and so actually I just set it up for Friday,
Next Friday.
a week from today.
Okay.
And so I think I've shown y'all this fabric before. This is for Emma, my 14-and-a-half-year-old, and this is a Vogue pattern, 9347. But I love
This is absolutely
fabric.
gorgeous.
So I'm going to go to the overhead. Can you want
Yep.
to reach it?
Yep,
I'll
I
let
can
you-
do the number
The
2.
long, yep. So this is a boucle with tiny, but don't you think I can sew through those without a problem?
I think so. I don't think
Because
you'll have
sometimes
a problem.
with sequins, they're
They're not
you
too
know,
close together,
yeah.
and they're not too thick.
and they're tiny.
They're tiny.
So this, I'm going to make this for Emma right here in this white. And my friend Stephanie Dabbs, and she's been here with us, Little Bean Shop. Her granddaughter, who's almost 7, is going to be in the picture with Emma, and they're both redheads.
Redheads.
So she's going to make her a dress maybe in a blue sateen or something like that. Won't that be fun?
That'll be great.
So anyway, I need you rooting for me. So I'm going to turn it back
Hold
to...
your breath.
Yeah. Well, this is where I know I'll finish because
She knows she's got to do it.
I have a deadline.
Yeah.
I have a deadline. But I think this is going to be beautiful.
This is the most beautiful stuff up
I
close.
love
If you in
this.
person, these little teeny tiny silver sequins and this fabric is just like snow.
It is.
You know,
It's like
it
like
is.
snow.
It's
It
just
is.
like you're in a wonderland. I mean, it'll be so beautiful for fall.
I hope it's
for
not
Christmas.
180 degrees that day. Because it's like,
Well, it's probably supposed to be 98 next week, I think. So,
oh
you know.
man, I'm telling you, when the girls did that photo shoot with the wool capes, it was July the 10th, I remember, and they were about to die. So hopefully, it won't be so bad.
Right.
All right, Regina.
They'll be sweating, have little ice packs under these things, Well, let's start just showing
Okay.
this, and then we'll show some
This-
trims. These were from my trim class. We did trim tea towels, hand towels here.
Now,
And
did you make this? Sometimes you can find towels and then you add stuff to it, right? Did
Right,
you
I-
make all of these?
No, I bought all these. These are already
but you
from
did
All About
this.
Blanks.
Okay.
These
Oh,
are where
okay,
these come
okay.
from.
All About
And
Blanks.
so anyway, then I just went through and thought of the colors and said, like, okay, let me go through the trims and pick out what we can do with this. So on this particular one, I chose to do a black and white fabric, dot fabric, and then I used, just went out of my head, Petersham ribbon, and put this beautiful, elegant lace trim over it. I mean, this is the prettiest stuff. If you're an adult sewing for yourself, you really need this on something because it is so pretty.
You know what it looks like? It looks like Irish crochet.
It does, and it's just beautiful. It's like a rose type, a big bullion rose in this, and it's just so pretty. And so when you put it over that ribbon, it just stands out.
It does.
And so that's why I chose that to trim up that. I thought, you're going to somebody's house for, that's kind of elegant, and you take one of these to them, they can hang it in their powder room, and it's really pretty dressy. But it's simple. I mean, you just take 3 pieces of something and dress up a tea towel with it. So,
well, one of my sons is a plumber, and and they plumb and work on a lot of really nice homes. And he told the guys he was working with one time, do not dry your hands on their towels in there. Those are monogrammed linen towels. And they looked at him like, how did you know that? Well, my mom.
My mom told me that. And don't you dare use those towels.
Don't use those towels. Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, then like this.
She put a Liberty ruffle, but
this is
man,
I did a little
so
pleat on the ruffle, and then I added 2 pieces of piping on each side of this piece of silk satin ribbon.
Overhead for a second?
Yep.
And you get it nice and close, and then we'll flip it around. I'm going to show it up right here first.
And then you can show it here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so you just use 2 pieces of piping, and then I just put the satin ribbon in the center and sewed down each side of it. And it makes a beautiful trim.
So my question, did you glue the piping down and then glue that, because otherwise how do you hold it in place so well?
I'm the queen of the glue stick.
Well, that's all right.
The glue stick, I glued down the piping, then I glued down the ribbon, and then I went back and sewed it all at one time.
Because I only see one stitch, that's why I'm saying that.
That's right.
And then
you just fold it kind of over the back edge.
Okay, I see it.
And then I just I just left it on the end.
Right.
Folded it under a little bit. And
this is pretty.
You can use scraps of leftover Liberty when you don't know exactly what to do with them. And there you go.
Now they're going to want to see your face again.
Okay. So there's the little piece of Liberty I had left from something.
That's so cute. I recognize it immediately. I'm like, hey, you got a Liberty on there. That's cute.
Yeah. And this one,
this is cute.
This is really cute. And if you saw this trim up close, I don't think we pulled it back here, but it's just a ribbon that has these little, like, crocheted, they're not really crocheted, they're just little loops of fabric.
Like
thread, rather.
Like fringy.
Yeah, fringy flowers.
I'm gonna hold it up close here. And then we'll go to the overhead, and you can see, yeah,
and they're just little fringy flowers on that piece of ribbon. But if you saw it, you're probably thinking, well, what do I do with that, So I just took another piece of Petersham ribbon and sewed them right down the center.
I just slid it up.
And
because it looks like you almost can't see the little tape that's on. It's kind of like a tape, isn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of like a tape, and it's kind of, and you just use the same color thread, and you really don't see it when you sew it down.
You're right, because a lot of times people, you ask what color thread do you use? Yeah, that is like a neutral, right?
Yeah,
you just sewed it.
Yeah.
Did you sew it twice or
no,
once?
I think I just sewed it once.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just sewed it once on the ribbon and to the towel.
Look at that.
And so,
because you don't
and
have
you can
to
do
use
this, I did this on these
that.
because I didn't want to make an outfit for everything that I wanted to use, so I did it on the hand towels, but you could do that across the top of a pocket. You could do a strap on a dress, and we have some of these. It's like this one.
Yeah. This is pretty cool. Yeah, this is a good way to show how to use your trims in a class without. I mean,
you don't have to make 15 garments,
that's
and you can I did these in all different ways, different color patterns, and pulling out the different colored trims.
They're cute on burp pads too.
Yeah, you just put
like
it across the bottom
pads.
just like that. Yeah. you could put, you know, embroider baby on there or some saying,
Yeah.
whatever you want on it, and they're really, really sweet. Easy, fast gifts too, because they're not that hard. But these are straps that I made for this dress, and I used 2 pieces of spaghetti
All right,
bias.
I'm gonna go overhead here.
And there was a little ball trim that I had found, and I thought, okay, how could I use that? So then I just did a tiny zigzag to each side of the spaghetti bias, and
So this
made a strap out of it.
This is spaghetti bias. We have it in just about any color.
Yeah, any
that
way
you
you'd want. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just used a solid, and then I put the little white trim in it,
See it.
and then I did it on the pocket. I used it across the top of the pockets.
That's cute.
So you can use any of this. You could do this to any of these things, and mix them up, match them up. You know, be creative. That's what I wanted people to do, is be creative.
Nancy Hamilton said that dress is plum cute.
Oh,
Thank you, Nancy.
That is cute.
Mary has a question.
Okay.
Rawlings, do you pre-wash your towels before trimming? Because they never seem to look the same after washing.
No. No, because I wasn't planning on using these actually, except for demos, you know, and so I didn't wash them.
Just for looks.
Yeah, they were just for looks. And put the little sign on there, please do not use these towels in my bathroom. You put the paper one on the back of the toilet.
That's like that's like all those pretty little soaps. You know, you're like, these are so cute, but
No, you put
Don't
the
be-
hand
don't be
dispenser in the
using
bathroom. You have your pretty soaps in a dish. I got it all down. It's like,
man,
and this one was really cute. This is,
I like.
you can tell them what this is.
Okay,
the white with
yeah,
the-
we have. I don't know if we have a gingham ruffle.
Yeah.
This is a ruffle, pre-made ruffle that has a picot edging on it. So here's one in red gingham. This is a white with a red picot edging, and
I'll show it
yeah,
overhead.
okay. And
Yeah, so
we
you
carry
can
it
see
in a lot
this.
of colors. So this is so cute. This was a textured white
Yeah,
fabric
it's
that we
really
had.
pretty.
Little herringbone, I think.
And on the top of that one, to cover the heading of it, I just used, again, this, and this is not piping. This is a tiny ribbon that you have a cording type a cording.
Oh.
And then it has a little piece of ribbon at the bottom.
Yeah.
So I just put 2 of those together and glued one on top of the other, and then I glued the spaghetti bias down on top of that and just zigzagged right down the center of it.
That's cute.
And it held all of it together.
Very
So that
cute.
that trim is really pretty. And I was going to show this
Yeah,
fabric while we were
oh,
doing this,
all
because you
right.
could use it on this
All
fabric.
right.
This is a really,
This is from Spain.
this is gorgeous.
Ooh, that's cute.
Look at this.
I like your white with the. Although this isn't bad.
No, I like that,
But
and I like the other two.
this
Yeah.
Probably better. So
Let me get
this
that open.
we have this strawberry and pink, and now we just got it in with red. Oh, I love
Look
that.
at that, how
Regena.
pretty.
I love that. Okay, let's go back to the overhead so they can see.
Okay.
You got it?
Zoom in so they can see the material.
Okay. Do I need to zoom in more? Which way is zoom? This is zoom. Okay. Yes. Look at that. So
yeah,
cute.
it's so pretty.
So this little material, it came from Spain. It's got a jacquard little design, white on white on the. I've got this all covered up so you can't see it. Terrible.
But you could
love
also use it
that.
even if you didn't like.
Oh,
just
you
like
could
that,
do it like
you know,
that.
because you can't tell that that's not strawberry under there.
Right.
So you could do it. Add that little trim to it. Look at how
That's
pretty that
perfect, too.
is. Yeah.
So cute.
So
There
it's
you
like,
go.
There's some ideas for you.
This is some cute fabric right here.
Uh-huh.
That says great trim ideas, and they keep coming.
Oh yeah.
We just got started.
we're just getting started here with this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
that was our red one.
Okay.
Then this one is a box pleat.
And there's a little piece of that in one of those
Yeah, we
ice
have
cream
this
dishes.
here.
Oh, there we go.
Yep. I just did this, and then I had seen this flower motif, and I know some of you make your daisies at home if you're in the embroidery clubs, and so you can make
Hold
your
it up like
daisies and put
that.
across the bottom of your towel like that.
Oh, do they do this in the embroidery
Yeah,
club?
they.
So that's not a trim. That's
This
actual daisy.
this is a
It's
this
a
is
daisy trim.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
flower trim.
And then put over the top of this.
right, you just sew
pleated.
it right over the top of that. And
This
so
is that? I think this is a. Is that voile or is that Italian organdy? I think this is the voile.
Is that the graceful voile?
Maybe
It
the
looks
graceful
like
it.
voile.
I think it's
It's
voile.
kind of
It
an
doesn't look-
off-white. Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that terrible? I should remember that.
But
we
anyway,
have
think
a
how
lot
pretty
of
that would
flowers,
be
so
on that, yeah.
That's pretty.
Yeah, and so you could do it.
But at
You
the
know.
bottom of a dress too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Or else around the
So
sleeve, you know,
would be really
around the
cute.
yoke, you could do this.
That's
it would
right.
be really, really pretty. Around the
That's
neckline,
right.
rather.
I want 'em
Yeah.
just to see that would be pretty on a sleeve.
Oh,
like
yeah.
that.
See how pretty
Really
that would be.
sweet.
And she has some beautiful linen because this is a linen towel, and it would be so pretty on linen. Very dressy, very, very nice.
Then you can come back in with your monogram and
Yeah.
and like if you're giving it as a gift.
Oh,
you
yeah.
can
Put their
that on,
put their initials
initial
on there.
That
Uh-huh.
would be beautiful.
And then this one.
is kind of fun, Regina.
This was kind of a, I don't know,
I'm gonna hold it up to
a-
here
a
for a
wacko
second, and then we'll
thought
go.
here.
A wacko thought.
Yeah, it was, I had this piece of fabric and I thought, how can I use that? So, okay, I did the double ruffle. I took one piece, I serged both edges with a three thread rolled hem, and then I just ran a gathering 2 strips down the center of it and then
Right.
just pulled it all up and made the ruffle. And then I put the rickrack on top of each side. And this little trim that's in the center here, if you can see that, that's a really dainty, delicate like trim.
Is it really is? Oh, that's
It's
sewn
on
there,
down, but they're all three.
But these are loose,
Yeah,
and yeah, that's kind
and
of
so you have to have something to make that a little bit stable,
Right.
you know. So I thought,
Yeah.
oh, well, that'll look really pretty on there. So that's what I did.
I don't remember ever
with this.
seeing this one. Did you use this at our?
Mhm.
Okay,
Yep.
I just forgot.
She did.
Forgetting all that stuff.
Yeah. So
That
that's
is
these
so
are just some
cute.
ways there to use these, and then we pulled out some. This one, look at this, how beautiful! I
Oh,
want to show you this trim.
yeah. This
This-
is a beaded
This is
trim.
for your Christmas
Oh,
dress
you know,
up
This
something.
is kind of cute on
But-
that too.
Look at there.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the overhead.
Well, Lonnie says I get all those free farmhouse fabric trims in my orders, and I never know what to do with them. Great ideas.
I love that on there, Regina.
Look at this one.
Oh man, that's pretty.
This is beautiful.
That's a beaded trim on top of the pleated.
on the edge of the,
The
top
beaded
of the,
and pleated.
yeah, beaded and
I
pleated.
love that.
So
Wow. Okay, I'm gonna flip it
it's
around.
gorgeous.
We need a little music box one.
Yeah.
These little,
Look at that. And then if you put that on silk or velvet,
Oh yeah. Did
Ooh.
you bring the velvet ribbon?
there
Where did
is
you-
some velvet ribbon in one of those.
Oh yeah. Here you go. Now here.
Yeah. Okay.
Now we're talking. Okay. So even if you did this,
Here's brown.
you could do this like
Do it
something
facing
like
you.
this. Oh,
Do it facing you. There you go.
If you did this
Uh huh.
down here
Her mind is clicking.
and did
Oh,
this,
that's pretty.
look at this.
That's pretty.
You can make a belt out of that.
Yeah.
You could take this off. My idea was to run this down the center of this
Mm-hmm.
for a belt. You know, that would be really pretty. And you could even do the belt so that it had elastic in the back and on the side, you know, where you just pull it and it stretches around. But that would be so pretty for something really dressy.
Well, I have to make Emma some kind of something to wear under this jacket. She can't just be in the jacket.
She's got to have a
Although it's
little
so hot,
something.
she might wish she was just in the jacket.
See, there it is on red.
Oh,
How
that's
pretty that
pretty on
is.
red.
Yeah,
Ooh.
it's really pretty. So this, and you would sew this on by hand. I would sew this on by hand.
So I'm going to show.
And you would just take tiny little
Here.
stitches over the pearls on the side just to tack it down.
It's on a really stiff.
Yeah.
It's on a really
Backing.
stiff backing, and oh yeah, it's real stiff. And so then, if you put it on something like a belt that could be removed,
Right.
then whenever you cleaned your garment, you wouldn't have to worry about how is
No,
this
then you just take your
clean.
belt off. Or you
Right.
can make your granddaughter or daughter a hairband, you know, for
Oh,
just to
that'd be
dress up an
cute.
outfit for Christmas.
Right.
Would be really pretty.
Yep. Here it is on red. I love this. Wonder how. No.
No, it won't go with that. Can't trim that up.
Starting to decorate the bouquet. Now, what do you think about this? I love this.
This is
trim.
pretty.
I love this trim.
Look at this.
This is one of my favorites. I need to bring out a piece of white fabric. Okay, we got a
Well,
tablecloth.
let's see what it looks like even on this.
Oh.
Oh! I just knocked Sally in the top of the head. You know, if
Well, I
you
can
have
give
this-
you an idea if you had the right color.
If you have the right color, but
Oh
even
man, okay,
you know
we're
this
gonna go
kind of
to
ribbon.
we're gonna go to overhead so they can see it. We've done that before with the double ruffle ribbon, and we put a trim down the center.
Well, you could do this.
Man, it's
and this
pretty.
is so pretty. But you could put this on the bottom of your dress, around the waist of the dress.
Yeah.
You know, it would be absolutely gorgeous.
Let's see. Let's see if we put it on here. Can you see it better? Oh, I love these colors. This is pretty on bobinette too. We've got the peach color bobinette and
Oh, that
light
would be
green
so
and
pretty
all
if you made it that and then
really,
just made your
really
belt
sweet.
with this.
Yeah,
It would be gorgeous.
that would be pretty.
Very, very pretty.
So I don't think you could sew that by machine either, Regina.
No, this would have to be tacked down by hand, and it wouldn't be that hard to do, just in between each thing. So it wouldn't take you that long to do it, but it's so gorgeous.
And then wouldn't you? You would just pick a neutral color and go in. You're not going to see it with just a thread.
Oh
or two,
no, huh?
are you?
Yeah, if you just use ecru or you know a very light beige, you wouldn't see it at all.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
A
it would
really-
it would
a real
disappear.
light beige.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't go with the color because
No,
then
no,
you would see it in there.
Yeah,
So yeah, this is so beautiful.
it's
Beautiful.
really, really pretty trim.
All right.
I
we
tell you,
go
when you
back.
see all these trims, and it's like your head. I used to do that, and that's when my head could not stop working. And this one is really beautiful too.
Oh, that's one of my favorites. This is a vintage trim, and I love this trim. It looks like it's pleated on
it
each
looks
side.
pleated, but it's not.
No, it's so cute.
And it is really pretty. This would look really pretty on the strawberry too.
Oh, you know what? You're right about that. Where is that strawberry? I think I should take a piece. Well, let's just do this. Oh, there you
Give
go.
me another idea here while she's
Okay.
getting strawberry. You could do this on the strawberry because it has green on the strawberry.
It does. And that color green.
And there you go.
There
You
you
have a
go.
double trim.
All right, let's lay this on,
So
on
now-
there and then you see.
They can see what this looks like.
All right. So she's putting 2 rows of the rickrack and then
Let's put it on here the right direction, like
flip
this.
that over and then see this could be a strap like
Yeah, it could be on this dress
right like that
Yeah.
dress
or this dress up here.
with the ribbon. Yeah, that's right. That could be a strap. It could go across a bodice.
Could be like the one on this dress, or you could put it across the bottom.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go this way so they can see you at this camera and show
Okay.
that. So this is what two layers of ribbon, right?
Uh huh.
Polka dot and the
black.
black.
Mhm.
And this is a little. I think this is Speckler Vogel waffle weave PK. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's cute.
So you can layer it like that.
It's a Kimberly by Bonnie Blue.
Bonnie
I think.
blue. Uh huh.
Bonnie Blue Kimberly pattern.
Yeah, because it kind of gets lost if you just do it by itself. I think.
yeah.
But if you jazz it up a little,
Yeah.
it's really pretty.
Show you one more time.
Mhm.
All jazzed up. Here we are.
Yeah.
We're all jazzed
We're
up.
jazzing it here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cute.
So
So
Another way to use
what's your favorite glue stick?
the sew line glue stick.
Okay, so
Yeah, I use sew line glue for just anything that needs to be pinned down gets glued down.
yeah,
Then it gets sewn. It doesn't gum up my needle and it doesn't, cause
yeah,
any problem.
that's the nice part.
Yeah,
If people are
it's-
concerned about whether it gums up the needle.
And yesterday I was sewing Velcro strips on the back of my doll dresses, and I glued them down first and sewed them on, and it holds that perfect for you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you use that glue line, sew
I
line
want to
glue.
know if your fabric that you have or wearing is available.
That I'm wearing?
Yes. Did you make that, Sally?
No, I did not make that. I bought it at Hamrick's, which We talked about hammocks last time.
That's right.
Some people think the junkie people go to hammocks. Well, we do because
Well,
Regina
Sally and I are in the
both-
junkie.
We're in the junkie crowd.
department here, but hello.
Because I believe in buying a good quality for less money than if I went to that department store.
And the
across
department
street
store sells the same brands as hammocks do. They just
for a lot more money.
a lot less money.
We're all about the money.
This is a beautiful spaghetti bias trim that is braided. And you can buy this and make your strap right out of this.
Isn't that crazy?
And you can trim, put it on there for trim. I mean, it's just beautiful.
You want me to tell you a story about this?
I'm going to go over here so they can see it. There's no telling.
Can you feel this little
Like a stitch.
Yeah, if you pull the thread, pull that clear thread, it'll come undone. You know, that's what you want to do. Like like when you open your dog food.
Yeah.
You know, you pull the right thing. Well, somebody came through here, and I call him the junk man. I call him the junk man.
The peddler.
The peddler came through, and he had this really, look at this coming up. He had this really interesting, I don't know, it was some kind of a drapery thing by the yard. I did not like the background at all, but this was sewn to it. This amazing spaghetti trim was sewn to it, all braided. Look at how many colors we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 colors braided.
Yeah.
5 colors. And I bought like 1,000 yards, right? because it's so cool. And so what I did is I sat there, and whenever I had a free minute, I would grab a hold of that other, and I
Pulled it all off.
Yeah, pulled it all off, and because this is the only part I wanted, the other
Yeah.
part went in the garbage.
Well, this is, I mean,
But this is just the neatest stuff. And the colors,
It
aren't
is.
they
The colors
great?
are
The colors
beautiful.
are great for summer.
they're like ice cream colors. And so
Yeah.
you think of summer and
Yeah.
fresh and
And
Pretty.
then all you have to do, it's already braided for you. All you have to do
Yeah.
is just sew this
go back
down.
and sew down
Yeah.
right where she just pulled out those threads.
I know. So
Barbara's got a question about the ribbon you used on the strap.
Mhm.
She wants to know what kind of ribbon is the black one.
It's
Is that Peter Sham?
the Peter Sham ribbon. Mm-hmm.
oh, the yellow with the yellow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really
Yeah.
like that ribbon. Yeah, well, you did a good job on taking this off. So take advantage of
Yeah.
Sally's hard work in removing this because it's really pretty.
I'm always looking at things
Even
with
if
a
you make a
different
purse,
eyes. Like,
little bags, you
you
could
know
sew the
what?
straps
I
out
don't
of this.
think
and it'd be
anybody's
really
gonna want
pretty.
that trim for like draperies, but
Yeah,
our people are gonna like the spaghetti trim.
that's for sure.
But we have made
that's-
straps with it before.
Yeah.
We have.
So, whoop, I don't want to go back there. I'm going to go there. Yeah, okay, so let's see what else we got in here. We have this, which is the double fold.
Yep, and I have this dress. Well, I have two things up here with that. We have this.
Mhm.
I think Blakely made this so many years
Mhm.
ago. Isn't that cute?
This is really sweet. You can see this with the double fold.
So,
Picot edge.
yeah, double fold bias with the picot edge, and it's like every time I see a fabric, I think, oh, that would be cute. But the print has to be tiny enough so that you can see it when it's
Right.
made into double fold. But people have asked, how do we use that? Now this is just actually sewn down.
Yeah. You can use it
Right
both
down
ways.
here.
I mean, you just put it on and you can just sew it right together. You know, the two
Right.
pieces
That's
together.
That's what this.
Yeah.
That's what this is. It's
Mhm.
not opened up, but here
I'll show the over
Yeah.
here.
on this one, you can show this one.
Yeah.
You can show them how different ways to do it.
Yeah, so you can either put it on and just sew it straight down.
Let's see. I'm
Or
gonna
you
slide
can
you up
open
just
it
a
up.
little bit, and then they can see you on here.
Then you can open it up, slide your
I'll
fabric
go up
in
a little bit
between.
further.
Okay. You just put your fabric in between and then you just sew it down and it's right on the edge. Yeah. And it's really pretty. Look how sweet that is. And then look, Blakely made a fabric flower out of this just by turning it. You know, she started in a little circle
Probably a gathering
And
stitch.
she
right, do
probably
you
put a
think?
gathering stitch in it, and then she just kept working it, you know, until pulling it up until she got a flower out
So
of it.
let's see.
And it's
If
really
you can
cute.
See that?
Yeah,
Yeah. And then the straps were just sewn
just one piece sewn down.
overlapped on the
Yeah.
armhole, and then just one piece sewn down
Right.
at the top to make the
Mhm.
strap.
Yeah. And it comes in such pretty. Look at this with the little check, window pane
that's-
check, is that it?
That's a window pane.
And then the little
I don't
flower
know what pattern is the white dress.
and the solid.
This dress,
There's 2 white dresses.
this is Bonnie Blue
Is that Charlotte?
Charlotte.
Charlotte.
Bonnie Blue
Just like
Charlotte.
one of those.
You know, because we love Charlotte, right? Because it's quick.
Mm-hmm.
Bonnie Blue Charlotte. But this little top right here was, we can go.
Whoops.
This was a, oh, it was a pattern line we carried a long time ago. It'll have to come to me. I can't think what it is right now. But isn't that cute? They had little shorts, but that top was really fast and easy. It's almost like a bishop that you just
Cut it out and then
cut it
just
out.
gather it
Yeah.
instead of pleating it.
But really simple and summery.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't think of the pattern line.
So any of these you could use this on.
They were smallish patterns, and they had.
Patterns by Jackie Clark.
There you go.
Pocket top and shorts.
Yes.
Never would have remembered that one, but I'm telling you, you're
How
so
do
fast.
you find that?
Don't worry about my waist.
How did she find that information?
She's artificial intelligence over here. She's asking it.
Yeah.
Where
I typed
what
in
is this?
Blakely's name.
Yeah, I think she
Oh.
typed it
I just searched
Man.
Blakely's name.
You're so clever.
That is awesome. Wow.
See why we
Sounds a lot
see
more
why we
clever
have
than it
younger
actually
people
is.
have younger people here on the computers
I
to help
know,
because
that's
otherwise Sally and
great.
I'd be like, duh, we don't.
I'm like, it's coming to
We could
me.
have done that. I didn't think about putting her name in there.
I think it starts with a J. That's how I work it out in about 2 weeks.
Well, she was so faster than me because I never would have gotten it. So it was
Oh,
like,
man.
yeah. Yeah, so and these come in all different fabrics and different colors. The edgings are different colors, right?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
are.
Mhm.
They are.
Different prints.
And I had a lot of this fabric at one time. Look how cool this fabric is.
This fabric
I mean,
is beautiful.
Had that little stripe in there. It's almost like a dimity or something.
Yeah, it
but
is. It's so sweet.
Anyway, that's
Oh.
that's been gone for a while, but man, is that cute? I think
Here
this
it is
would
in the
fit
pink.
June.
You
I need to give this to
Yeah.
Kristen for June.
I know. When I was pulling out sample dresses yesterday, I went in the tub and I held it up. I thought, this has got to fit Scarlett now. This has got to fit Josie now. I was like, why am I sewing
know.
anymore? I'm taking these
Those,
out.
those girls are growing.
They're
Oh,
going to get
man.
some clothes when they come visit me next
That's
time.
right.
Because I don't want them to outgrow it.
So what would you do with that? This
This
is
one?
her question. Yeah.
This is my question on what to do with this. Now,
that I
this is,
love this.
this is really pretty, elegant looking. It's stretchy. It's a velvet on a organza. Is that organza? And it's stretchy. So you could use a nice black knit and put this on there as trim. Or you could just sew it straight down on a black fabric. You know, I mean a fabric like this.
That's right.
Like you could add it like right
Oh,
to
you
that.
could.
Look at that.
You could.
This
That
is
would
another way
cute.
to add to it.
Yes. I mean, you can't add too many trims when you're gussying things up.
No, you
Look
can.
at that. That's so sweet.
Look at that. Isn't that pretty?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all the doll clothes.
Mhm.
This kind of stuff is great for the doll clothes, right?
Yeah, it is. It's beautiful. So
With this little trim, it is made in France. We did buy it from a children's wear manufacturer, a high-end children's wear manufacturer. But I love the stretchy velvet ribbon on there. It's cute.
you can make their little stretchy hair bands if you're gonna squeeze their little heads to death. You can
Yep.
put this on there, or else you just make it into a, trim.
That's right.
It would be really pretty.
Now, what would you make out of that
Now
pink?
this-
Oh, we can show that in a minute.
what the pink?
The
Oh,
pink.
the other.
All
Talked
right.
about making Sally bloomers one time. Well, we're not going to do that. She's going to go into belly dancing, and this is going to be the next costume.
I brought this out so Regina can be
I
like,
told her, I'm
okay.
like, whoa, okay, let's dance with this,
So the interesting thing about fringes, and if you've used fringe for your like to make pillows and that kind of thing for your couch,
Mhm.
your
It's this
sofa,
way.
whatever you want to say,
Yeah.
they actually have one of those little chain stitches holding the fringe in place down here, so that when you're sewing it to your pillow or whatever you're sewing it to, they're not like getting caught up in the seam. So you wait until it's actually sewn, your whole garment or your whole pillow is sewn together, and then
you go back and
then
pull
you go
that
back
bottom.
and pull that chain stitch, and then it releases all of this.
And then you got the shakies.
yeah,
So
That's
any
right.
costume, you know, pillows, that's what I would use it for.
yeah,
I mean, it would be really, it's
It's-
really
it's
a pretty color.
it is a pretty color.
It's a kind of a pinky pink.
Yeah, and it's one of
Yes.
those random things we got in an assortment somewhere.
Uh-huh.
You know, you never know. It's like, what
It's
are you gonna
really,
do with
really
that?
pretty. So
The color is great.
Barbie outfits.
Yeah, there
Hello.
you go.
Like, oh,
Don't you love our little containers?
containers. Yeah, you got lots of
We
containers.
didn't have to pay
with-
anything for those except for 5,000 calories of ice cream.
Oh, we paid for them all right. It's all like right here, you know. Oh, these are just some of the trims that she pulled out. This, you know, sewing these together. You can put your spaghetti bias between your rickrack. You can braid your rickrack. You can braid
Oh
it,
yes.
or you can take this and you can wrap this with your floss, a different color, all the way down, and
Oh,
it makes another trim.
That's
That's real
pretty.
easy and real pretty to
But
do.
show them how to take two colors and braid them together. I'm going to go to the overhead so you can see it. This is a pretty trick with rickrack. So Regena's going to take these two colors and then you wrap them around each other, and it creates one.
You hold that in.
Okay.
It makes
all
it
right.
easier to
Okay.
one. And then you just do them like this number, and
Let's
then you
come
flatten
over
it
the middle
out.
here.
Then you just take them back and forth, just like you do any braid, and you just put that one little piece over the other one.
It helps if they're the same size.
Yeah.
Because when they're not exactly the same size, it's a little hard to get it.
And
But
then you
look,
can see this
that,
little.
That's pretty.
You can see how pretty that is,
Yep. I love that.
like this.
So then if you if you have a fabric that has those colors in it, a
Right.
print, you put that on and it brings out both of those
Yeah,
colors. It's
you can
nice.
do that.
Yeah.
You can do the. Well, here's this. You
Oh
could go-
right.
You could go back then, and you could sew a different color if you want a spaghetti bias down the center of
Yeah.
it. And you have just layer them, you know.
That's
That's
cute,
what I used to
Regena.
like to do, buttons. You know, you layer buttons, and I like a bigger
Right.
button with a little button in the center of it.
Yeah.
And I made a dress one time that had 12 buttons down the front, on each, 6 on each side. And so I layered those buttons with this really beautiful button under the bottom that was kind of lacy around the edge, and then I put a little tiny button in the center. It was the color, 2 colors of the dress.
Mm-hmm.
And when Kaylee outgrew that, I was going to give it to a friend of mine, and I told her, I said, but you're going to get this dress minus the buttons.
Oh, you took the
Because
buttons
I
back?
took all the buttons back because, you know, they were expensive, and it's like, okay, I
Mhm.
can use these, and they were my favorite buttons, so it was
Ah.
like, okay, I'm keeping these buttons.
They wanted to know what dress it is with the yellow yoke.
All right.
Oh,
Oh,
see, there's a
look at
piece
that
of
red
the
and
red
white.
and
I'm going to go
white.
back to the overhead and show the
Just
red.
a little piece of red, and white.
Are we
It's
down?
not down there for
There
you?
we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just braid it
Oh,
right
that's-
here, and
that's
it's
pretty.
really cute.
That's pretty.
Yeah, and you can do for the red, white, and blue. You could put a little piece of blue spaghetti
Right,
bias over
right.
it, you know.
All right.
And this one, which one?
Is it this one?
I think so, yellow yoke.
They want to know what
Yeah.
pattern it is?
Yes.
Do you remember?
No.
Is it like a?
It's a PDF pattern. Emma can find out on my page, I'm sure, because I can't remember.
Come sew with me.
Ah,
No, it's on. It'd be on Sally's page when y'all
Oh,
posted
under-
it
yeah.
under me.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I can't remember, but I know it's a PDF pattern because I
Did a lot of
those when they
Simple
first came
Light
out. Yeah, could be.
and Little Lizard King and
Vintage
Violet
Little
Field
Lady,
Threads,
Violet Field
Vintage
Threads.
Little Lady.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Peony
fun.
patterns. There are lots that she's used.
Yeah,
Hold on. Emma's looking. She'll
Okay.
get it in a minute.
this is the same thing. I'm not sure which one this is. Don't ask me these dresses. I'm showing you the trim.
Oh, yeah.
Because I can't remember. But this is spaghetti bias that has a tiny zigzag stitch between 2 pieces.
There you
yellow pockets on that dress?
Yes.
Yeah.
You found
Okay.
it.
Ravello by Little
Yeah.
Lizard King.
Yeah.
Little Lizard King.
Little Lizard
All
King,
right.
yeah. That's it. And anyway, you just zigzag 2 pieces.
She's like magic.
She's so cool.
She's quick.
I had,
I
to,
got it
I had
now.
to verify. I was like,
Yeah.
is that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, you just do a tiny zigzag between 2 pieces of spaghetti bias, and then you just make your little straps out of them. That's
That's
what I did
cute.
for this little. And this, I think, is a vintage little lady pattern. I'm not sure. We did that with that. You did one too that had the heart thing at the top. Look,
I can't remember.
I can't
either.
remember either, but it's a
No.
PDF also.
Yeah. I like the one with the square. Is it a square collar that's buttoned, or
Uh-huh.
I think that's pretty cute what you did with the rickrack in between. You did spaghetti bias on each side and then rickrack in between it, right?
Mhm.
And so that made a trim.
Yeah.
Okay.
Diane Bruton said our saga group had a session on just using rickrack.
Yeah.
Oh, listen, there used to be books out that would just use rickrack. So this is pretty cool, you guys.
This one I did with the 2 pieces of spaghetti bias with a tiny little rickrack in between, and you just zigzag on each side of it to make it.
So it's like a what do you call that trim? That has
I know what you're talking about.
I want to say it's almost like hem stitching, but I'm not. I can't think what anything today. But anyway, it's like spaghetti bias with rickrack in the middle. Is what that.
Right. It's spaghetti bias with rickrack.
I love that though. Look at how you're able to pull in
It's
all the
kinda like
colors of
bagging,
the dress.
too. The
Yes,
faggoting
that's what I'm
stitch.
thinking.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
Okay. Yeah,
Yes,
faggoting.
like
uh-huh.
faggoting stitch.
Yeah.
Where you,
And then I used the spaghetti bias around the top, and then just the rickrack underneath, except for the.
Yeah, that looks like piping actually.
Yeah, it could be the piping. It's the piping that matches this.
I don't know. I mean, you could have used an edge of that, but
Yeah.
that's cute. You got a tiny little bias around there.
Mhm.
That's pretty little.
Yeah. So that
That's
was
sweet.
brighten that little dress
I
up.
know.
Request for the red dress.
Okay. Which
Next.
is that? This with the
I
ribbon
guess
on it?
So.
I
This
think
Let's see that.
this is so easy. This is a Lucy
Yeah.
by Children's Corner, and then all you do just sew the ribbon
Make
to
a
make
Christmas
it look like
present.
a Christmas
Yeah.
present. I don't think there's anything on the back.
Uh-uh.
And just sew from the shoulder straight down and then straight across the bodice, and then look like we straight pinned on our bow.
Talk about this one, because this one.
Oh yeah, this one's really cute.
This was for the trim class as well, and we did a doll dress out of this because
Was
I didn't
this
want
in
to.
the magazine? This technique was in the Classic Sewing magazine one time.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And so I just took the ribbon. I found a really pretty flower ribbon, and then I just did a faggoting stitch on the machine between the 2 pieces of ribbon to hold them together. And it was sewn. You could do it on a wash away if you wanted to, or you could draw lines on your tearaway or something to do that.
Do you
I
remember
didn't.
what you did on? Oh, you didn't?
Mm-mm.
Oh yes. We just got a delivery. Keep
Oh,
going.
good. Oh, yay. Anyway, I may have used a tearaway on the back of this, and I probably did, and drew 2 lines, and then I lined the ribbon up with that and did the width of the stitch to match. I think it was like 1/4 of an inch. And I just kept doing it in rows all the way across and long enough that then I could go back and cut the bodice out. But it came out so pretty.
It's kind of like doing lace to lace to lace,
Yeah.
and then
Mhm.
cutting your bodice out.
Right.
But look how great they line up.
That took
That
a little
was-
bit of
that was
thinking to do
had
that.
You had to do that because your
Yeah.
flowers are all in a row,
yeah.
and
My
your
garden.
leaves are going in the right directions.
They're all, let's don't look real close because after about 3 or 4 years from now, they might be one going upside
Well,
down.
I mean, that looks awesome.
Yeah, so
I love that.
I love this one when I did that. It came out so pretty.
Yes, that's beautiful.
And so with that stitching, it looks like it's lacy in between.
It does.
You know,
So you've got it.
the
no,
dress is lined, so
Yeah.
there is a lining behind it.
You can see it here. The whole bodice is made lace to lace with a faggoting stitch in between. Hey, did you use any kind of special thread on that?
Nope.
Really?
Just a
regular?
polyester thread.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, I didn't want it to tear apart or come apart.
Billy said she loved the doll dress.
Hmm?
I guess she made the doll dress.
The doll
Yeah.
dress. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, so we did tea towels in that class, and we did the doll dress, and then this actual, where did that yellow, this one. This was the dress I did for the class, and so everybody got to choose their own ribbon and
Oh, right.
colors for their dress. We started out with just a basic white fabric for their kit, and then they chose their own, and you can't imagine how many different ribbons and trims they were turned loose to
Everybody
go.
had something different.
Yeah.
You know, when Cindy Foose would come and teach a class and everybody did their own selection,
Mhm.
nobody did the same thing.
Yeah.
Every single person was different.
Well, it was funny because I didn't think anybody would do this because I don't know why I did it because yellow and black was not my colors, but that's just what I ended up with the day I was making it. But I think there were 3 people that chose the same color, and I was
I mean,
really
they liked
excited.
what
You know,
picked.
they did like it, and so it was like, wow, okay.
I'm just pulling out some trims that
Oh,
had been turned off, and
now she's gonna make me start thinking
Yeah.
again. You know.
it's like, okay, they're really different, but
Oh, they are different, and they're so.
But they're back
pretty.
online now, and so
And it's amazing when you go to pick a fabric, what you don't think will go with it until you do it,
right.
and
Right.
they can turn out so pretty. This is beautiful.
So I'm gonna
this
go
is
to-
fun.
Yep. Go to the overhead.
Oh, this
and-
one is really pretty.
That's
Oh,
one of my
I
favorites.
love
That's
that
a
one.
really beautiful one.
Yes. Let's see.
That's
Let's-
let's see.
we picked anything that would go under
This
that.
this one's I know most of these are vintage. This
Mhm.
definitely is, and I think it came from Germany.
It looks German.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's got metallic.
Uh-huh.
Well, you know what? You can't. Let me
There's a
back.
bit.
a
See
little
it?
bit.
Let me back up. Where's my little thingy?
Down
Yeah.
here. Oh, we zoomed in on it, and
Yeah.
we need to zoom out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah. Yeah, this little metallic. There's not a lot of this one left. Oh, that's
If you put
pretty.
this
That's
across
pretty
here
on
like this.
there, Regina. Yeah, the little
Yeah.
tiny daisies.
That little-
looks like it's on a lattice,
Mhm.
and little daisies. It's pretty on that.
On that.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
looks like little snowballs.
This is fun. This one's cute. This would make a
Isn't that
really cute
cute?
little corduroy outfit for winter, and put
Oh,
this on
yeah.
there. This would be so sweet.
Look like snowballs
It
on
looks-
the
yeah,
ends,
it
edges
does.
of the rickrack.
Denise had a quick question about the ribbon dress, the
Mhm.
ribbon top. She said, did you start in the middle and work out to make the ribbon top?
Yeah, I did. I started with the piece down the center, and then I went out each side from there, and then just keep going. I do one side actually, and then I go on the other side and do it. Then I go back and do it, and I just kept moving out with it. So,
I'm gonna make sure I'm putting these in the right bag.
yeah, these are just beautiful
There.
though. This is
This
so
is
pretty.
a beaut. This is
And
a
you could
beauty.
run a floss through this,
Yeah, that would
either
be
a
nice.
peachy green, yellow
would be
floss
nice.
through there, whatever your
Yeah.
dress is. Oh my goodness, it'd be so pretty.
Aren't those colors sweet?
Oh, they are sweet.
So that's a vintage ribbon, and that's all we have of that one.
Might have to have a little bit of that. That's, gotta have a little something to put in the next garment.
And then, see, this is the one with the metallic. All right.
Yeah.
And then
Then
show
we have these
this
with the,
little guy with the butterfly that where the wings hang off the edge.
yeah, this
Aren't
is a
they
button.
cute?
This is cute. I didn't know at first what it was.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a butterfly, and then it's like kind of flying sideways, and it has a little wing hanging off the bottom for the
You need to
trim.
zoom in for that.
Okay. Let's see. All right.
I kind of like hearing y'all describe it without seeing it. And then he's kind of hanging off the edge, and he's.
He's flying like he might be drunk. He's off of the edge of this. Let's put him right here. So see, I want you to see he's off the edge.
He's off the edge. Hey, that's cute.
He's flying over the edge here.
We have some snowman ribbon like that where their little
Where he's
the
hanging off?
bottom part's like fringy. Yeah.
He was falling off.
And this is little ball fringe that is really cute. That doesn't they don't come off in the wash.
Right.
Because it's all part of it, and it just fits in the
Now, but see, if you have your ribbon,
seam.
you can put it just like that,
That's right.
right under
Yeah.
the seam, and sew right on top of it to
We
attach
might
it.
have this in white, but I know we used to anyway. But we had that in green. Turn back on now.
Those are really,
Yeah.
really cute.
Yeah.
let's see if there's something. Oh, we had the one here. You had that ecru edging, that
All right,
wide
good.
edging,
Come back to
like
the.
this for this dress.
Where's my stick? Here we are. There we
The
go.
piece for this one.
Oh, yeah. What did I do with that?
You had it upstairs.
So this little dress, this is Lauren by Little Lizard King,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna hold up first.
Yes.
I think Hope made this. Yeah, Lauren,
Mm-hmm.
Lorne by Little Lizard King, and so cute,
Lauren.
huh?
Is that the Lauren?
Yeah,
Lauren,
Lauren
uh-huh.
by Little Lizard King. So on the pockets and on the bodice,
Yeah,
we don't
just
have
a-
any little piece of lace in there, do
No,
we?
but you could. I mean, it's
Yeah,
same thing as
can
this. You could do
show-
you could do this. You just put this down the center of it.
Yeah, and then on the pocket,
Oh.
ran across the pocket
do
and
it
then
here.
just stuck a little button on there. Yeah, I had a
See,
piece,
it's really
I had a
pretty.
piece cut. I'm not sure what I
Yeah,
did
she
with
had
it.
a really pretty piece of ecru.
Anyway, this is only a drop in the bucket of the trims that we carry, right?
Oh my goodness, you have no idea.
So,
Oh, all those
get
hundreds
creative.
of bins out there.
Well, you know, the thing is, I love the laces.
You can't have too
Swiss,
many.
French lace, Malines lace, and everything, but it gets really expensive, and so you can do all kinds of cute, creative trimming without having to pay an arm and a leg.
Oh, that's for sure.
And
yeah.
so that's
And
kind
it
of what we
doesn't
wanted
take a
to
lot,
show.
you know, on
Right.
things. Even if you're, for all those who, grandmothers or mothers that's past the kids stage of sewing,
Mhm.
you do things like this, and just be creative with it. That's what I like.
That's
and
right.
you don't have to make a whole garment. Just make a good gift for somebody,
Mhm.
and that's a nice way to do it and be creative.
And they are online.
Mhm.
This company,
Right. All about blanks.
all about
Yeah.
blanks,
Mhm.
which I can't think of anything.
You can order all different color towels, I like to order from them because I try to keep a stock, of stuff, and that way if I need one in the last minute, I can just sew it up.
So last week, Cookie Bar was here, and Cookie is a good friend of Regina's and mine, and she was showing these bags.
Mm-hmm.
And have you ever made a zippy strippy bag?
I have.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so we ordered the pattern. The pattern is by Atkinson Designs, and it just came in, and Christy brought it down here. So
Yeah.
this is the pattern for the zippy strippy bag, which is this. And when Cookie got finished last week, she said, "Now I'm wanting you to give these to the people that have been watching the Gavin Gush."
Yeah.
And I remember looking at Emma and Michelle. They were like, "What? Like what?" And then everybody here wanted to put their name in, but I didn't see. Well, I did see Regina. I mean,
Hey,
she can put her name in.
I put my name in there. You never know. And
She
it's
might
like a
draw
cookie
herself. You
bag.
never-
I'll take a cookie
Yeah,
bag.
that's right. So we're having a drawing today. We're going to draw two names. Did we say number 1 and number 2? I can't remember. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. And so this is from Cookie Bar, and they're a free gift. And so we'll contact you if you win. But if you don't win, you can get yourself a zippy strippy pattern and make yourself. I think it's this bag right here.
The mini charm bag, that's a free pattern online, and I'll have it linked.
Oh, this is a free pattern online?
Oh, that's cool,
Awesome.
yeah.
Okay.
So everybody gets a free pattern.
Yeah. That's
Hey,
right.
that's your
Yeah, that's
your
right.
gifts today. Gonna stay right on top of Sally's head today.
So,
I'm glad I'm on top of the head, not the other end.
Oh.
Getting on her
yesterday
nerves.
I was like, fell on the floor and I
Oh,
broke my favorite coffee mug. It's really a jelly jar, but
Oh.
I was about to say, we've got like 9 more in there.
I know, but that's not the one I
her
like.
pint jar, jelly
Yeah,
jar.
it's not the one I like. And then I was embarrassed because I'm like laying on the floor with
Oh, my
everybody running
God.
over there and helping me, the old woman.
Well,
And
you need some help at some point.
I know. Anyway, we're gonna draw 2 names and then let's see. Let's see.
Okay, hey, this is fun.
You draw yourself what's gonna happen.
Oh yeah, right. Let's see. This is
Oh,
Denise.
this is Denise Ferris.
Aha! Oh, me. Thanks, Cookie, for sharing your beautiful bags. Oh,
Oh, that's so awesome. How about that?
you won't have to buy the pattern. You got the bag.
That's right. All right, one more.
Oh, come on, lucky somebody. Okay, here we go.
Regina. No.
Lisa Turner. Beautiful bags. Would love to win one.
And you did.
And you got it.
Yep.
There you go. These are so pretty.
So thank you so much for joining us today. And we're not sure what.
Oh, before you go off.
Instructions. So
Oh,
the free
yes.
PDF is now on the website, and I will have that linked as well.
Yep.
Cookies instructions for assembling the multitasker bag.
That's right. Cookies instructions for assembling the multitasker bag. In case you didn't hear Emma, they have been. Michelle typed them all up and got them all ready for as a PDF, and they are now on our website. So they'll be linked along with all this other stuff we talked about.
Okay, and I was going to tell you
Yeah.
that the first person on, I'll be back August the 11th, and the first person that's watching will get a little baggie of my organza flowers.
Oh.
So you get a few little trims to sew on some things, and I'll be doing a doll show that day because I've made doll dresses instead of big dresses, and so
fun.
we could put together a doll kit for that day.
Oh wow. Okay, we can
You
do
think that?
Yeah.
Yeah, put some
All
little
right. Now
doll
we have to
things.
write this down so we don't
August
forget.
the 11th. Okay.
So are they going to be the first person on Instagram or on Facebook?
On Facebook,
Okay.
and you have to make a comment.
Oh, all right.
So there you go.
Those are the rules.
Those are the rules.
All right. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you next week.